Alright, so this is mile 174.5 on the Smokies. This is where the AT crosses Gregory Ball Trail. We've been hiking for about an hour and a half, maybe two, since we left this morning from the campsite. Last night was a little chilly, but not as bad as I thought it would be. Trying to get to two shelters from here. So about 11.5 miles for the day. Hopefully we'll be getting there soon. It's about 30 degrees right now. So sun is up, but not really helping much yet. Hopefully in another hour and a half we should be getting a little more heat from the sun on its highest point. Sometime in the afternoon, early afternoon. So yeah, I mean it's definitely nice. There's quite a few hikers around, some up front, some behind. So we'll see what else the Smokies has for us today. Yesterday was interesting first day through the Smokies. You know, we got to see a little red-tailed fox, and then a few views from the tower, Chuck Hucker, something like that. So anyway, we'll keep going up and see what else we have for us down the road. This is a very nice section through the Smokies. First of these ones that we go through, like a little park. Because for the most part, it's all been the same. We've already been seen on the AT. And this really cool looking tree. It's like a tippy tent, however you say it. There? Hello? Nobody? Alright, so after a few miles and a couple of very steep ups, we have arrived to the first full-size shelter of the Smokies, the Molly's shelter, or Molly's Gap shelter, something like that. We'll find out here in a second. Looks like a big one. Great place to take a break, because this is not home for the night. We got maybe one, hopefully two more shelters farther up to get to for tonight's sleep. Oh, very nice. It's all made of stone. Stone double-decker for a good this is probably hold
pretty cool.
18 people easy. Fireplace, benches, very, very nice.
Like all the walls gone, but the fire.
Super, super nice.
Awesome. There's firewood. Not too much, huh? Yeah.
I'm gonna go see where the water is. For the next 3 miles of hike to the next shelter. So let's see where the water source is at this place. And I really wish this was home for fun, because there's nobody here. I can actually get me a nice spot inside the shelter. Start resting from early. It's too early in the day. We still got like 8 hours of light, midnight. So we're going to continue for at least another 3 miles shelter, or the following, depending on how I feel when I get to the next one. It's actually 6 miles from here, which still doable and preferable because of the amount of miles we need to cover to be able to get out of the Smokies within the 8 days that they allow you to, or allocate for you to complete these trails. So ideally we'll have to be another 6 miles, so we can have a total of 11 point something miles for the day, and keep that same pattern so we can get out of the Smokies within 6, maybe 7 days tops. But we'll see. I mean, considering I got my almost my full supply of food since we got in the Smokies, thinking I can actually go lower miles and push higher miles at the end with less weight. Alright, so this water source completely frozen. Okay, so let's see if we can find. I hear it, I just don't see it. Way down there. Oh no, I see it. It's gotta go a little farther. Just gotta be very careful going through this. Oh yes. Oh yes. This is an accident waiting to happen. Whew. Oh yeah, the water is flowing good on that pipe. How did I miss that? Beautiful. Alright. Let's get some water. Water wasn't too bad, filled out pretty quick. Now up there where the sign for the water was said up boil all water. I haven't seen that before, which makes me think what's up with the water from this part of the mountains. So what I'm gonna do, because I really have no intention of boiling this unless it's when I'm eating my food, I'm gonna throw one of those tablets I have to purify water over 30 minutes. I'm not really planning on using this water anytime soon, so it'll be okay. And then I'll still filter it for my Sawyer squeeze. Good deal. Alright, so we got ourselves some snacks, some water. This is definitely one of the nice shelters on this part of the world. But we're gonna keep going, see what the next one looks like 3 miles from here, and at that point make a decision if we're gonna call that one home for the night, or we're gonna continue pushing an additional 3 miles for a total of 6 miles from here to be tonight's home. I just don't want a chance arriving to whichever one the same way we did last night, where everything was almost taken and we end up with a bad spot. This time I want to be able to pick the best position for my tent possible, or even possibly get in the shelter. That definitely saves time in the morning to get up and go quicker without having to take down a tent. Plus hopefully a little warmer, because still freezing right now, even though the sun is up. So can't imagine what's gonna be tonight without the sun being there. Very cold. So I'm gonna go and hope for the best. All right, so 3 miles later, we have arrived to the Russell Point shelter, and looks like they all have the same rock wood finish, which makes them super nice. This is actually nicer than the one from before. Fire pit. That thing. This probably holds 20 people. 2-decker, fire pit, and a bar. Very nice. Nice. This one's hard to pass. Sound like they keep getting harder and harder to pass. Empty and beautiful. Alright, so we've decided to pass on the Russell shelter on to the next one. This is such a nice section with a green tunnel, and we're supposed to be coming to a bigger sand onto the next shelter. Well, on the bright side, that's one less climb we'll have to do tomorrow in the morning. So going the extra 3 miles should pay off and feel good once we get there. Still early. It's 1:30, so I'm been thinking we'll probably be at the next shelter right around 3 o'clock, hopefully. So we're getting very close to the Spenceville shelter, which is our home for the night. We're about 0.1 of a mile from it and can't really wait. Hopefully it's not too crowded. Maybe we'll get lucky and it's empty like the previous 2 shelters. So we're about to find out. I still don't know if I want to stay in the shelter if there's room, or if I want to set up my tent. It all depends on how big is the shelter, how nice, and how many people are in there, and a few other variables. But this looks like a really pretty section of the trail. It's like a garden that here within the next couple of weeks is going to be blooming with all kinds of leaves and maybe some flowers. So there's a sign. Let's see what the sign says. Appalachian Trail, Bote Mountain Trail, Russell Field Trail, Derek Knob Shelter, and then Eagle Creek Trail, Spenceville Shelter, and Lakeshore Trail. So the entrance to this shelter is like a big garden, like a big, I don't know, like a park, like a city park. It's these well made path, and then the trees on the sides, and looks like soon to have grass on both sides of the trail. I was hoping this shelter was gonna be just like the previous 2, where you arrive and they're right on the AT. This one is 0.1, maybe 0.2 of a mile on a side trail, blue blaze. So I hope I don't get disappointed, because those 2 previous shelters were gorgeous. They were very nicely made. And we got a first sight of it. It looks like there's somebody already there. Oh, yeah. He's just taking a break. How does it look?
It's good.
Is it nice?
Yeah, these shelters are cool. It's the
Yeah.
Smoky Mountain ones.
So you're pushing?
Yeah, 6 miles.
Oh wow. Alright man, good luck. Huh? Alright. So apparently we're the first ones on camp. And looks like it's very similar to the other two. Double decker with a fire pit, a bar, another fire place there. And then privy down that way. And another bar right here. Looks like we're gonna maybe set up down there. I don't know, I feel like I'm wasting a perfect opportunity to get me the best spot I want inside a shelter, but Compact has a point. Once you get in the shelter, you gotta deal with everybody else's snoring and all kinds of other stuff. But definitely not bad up here. Very tempting. Decisions. Set me up a spot on the shelter, on the upper decker. I'm gonna give it a shot tonight. Hopefully I'll get a good night's sleep, so tomorrow I can push for that 11.5 mile day to be really close to Cleveland's dome, which is our 200-mile mark. So the goal, if we can get to that shelter before the dome tomorrow night, would be to be able to go watch the sunrise on day after tomorrow. So we'll see. Now I'm coming down to check the preview. Oh, that looks fancy. Look, all these supply cases. I don't know what that is. It's like a little. Oh, that's where they keep the compost for the privy. Pretty neat. Then 3 supply cases. And then look at this privy. Talking about luxury in the Smokies. Pretty nice, pretty clean. It's a moon shape on the door. Oh, look at this. What a beautiful bathroom in the middle of the woods. And it has a lock. Perfect. All right. Very nice. Nice view. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. All right, so that was definitely very satisfying. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to slam the door. So that was the preview. Much better now. Now second order of things, get some water and then get my dinner ready, and hopefully I'll have time before dark to go ahead and start, continue editing some pictures and maybe dump some videos on my hard drive. That way I can free up some space on my memory cards, because I'm on the last 2 memory cards that I brought. So if I don't do that, I'm gonna need to buy more, but I don't know that I'll have access to a store that sells them anytime soon. So we'll have to do at a weekend. Some more space. So we got the food taken care of. Now we're gonna take care of water and have dinner. And I'm gonna drink like 3 liters. That way I don't have to go again in the morning. Looks like contacts already set up over there. And we've got a couple of hikers ready. Setting up this side. So so far there's only one person, one hiker that's going to be sharing the shelter with me tonight. If nobody wants to sleep with the mice, I don't really care. There's a list of my concerns. One of the things that I really enjoy from being in a shelter is sleeping on a flat surface, because every time I get on my tent, most of these last few nights, the surface, well, I said my tent is not 100% level, so I spend all night rolling around trying to stay within the air pad, because I keep falling of it or being against one of the walls of the tent, and that becomes very uncomfortable. So tonight in the shelter I won't have that issue. It's all good. So now let's go find this water. The water source, it wasn't too bad. It's a little down the way, but there was a nice pipe with clear water flowing through it. So we're gonna get my 2-liter platypus bag and my liter of smart water bottle here, so we can go up, fix some dinner, and then have enough water for the morning, so I don't have to run down here again. I can just fix my breakfast in the morning and head out of camp to the next spot. But looks like still sunny out, and it's been a beautiful afternoon. Glad we made it on time to this shelter, and we're almost done with all the camp chores. Alright, so we were able to get these up, courtesy here of root beer greatness. So hopefully we'll have a nice warm night. Oh yes, I can feel the heat.